Hey honeys, how are we? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Steph, lovely to meet you. Today, this is funny. I thought it would be fun to ask my Instagram followers their assumptions of me. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it is at healthychefsteph. Yeah, I put a little poll on my story and I was like, send through your assumptions, blah, 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 blah. I was like, this will be so funny. No, it wasn't. For one, I forgot how sensitive I am, and for two, I forgot how savage online people could be. I don't know what I was expecting, but I think it was just a very emotional day because as all the things were coming through, I got very emotional, may have cried. Here we are. Oh, I'm such a wet wipe. I honestly got so sad. I've written down, like I just picked a few at random because there were so many. There was a lot of repeat ones, so I'll answer all the repeat ones. But yeah, I got really emotional because the first few that came through were like annoying, annoying, you're annoying, you're annoying, you're annoying and needy, you're annoying and clingy, you're annoying. And I was like, oh my god, I'm annoying. Well, obviously I already knew I'm annoying. Like I wind people up a lot because it's fun. But I think the thing for me were people weren't specifying whether or not they were still thinking that, or whether it was just an assumption, or whether they still thought I was annoying. It's actually so bad to the point where I was at the gym the next morning, so I'd been up for like 18 hours, whatever, and this one girl's name popped up like 2 or 3 times and everything she said was a negative. And the way it was worded was as if she still felt it now. And before then, I'd been like blocking people. And I was like, if they think this of me, I'm just going to block them, whatever. I was in a really touchy mood. I've unblocked all those people now because I realised I was being ridiculous. But yeah, she kept sending like negative things. And I was like, oh my god, she still feels this way. I need to confront her. I DM'd this girl and I was like, hey babe, just out of curiosity, if you think all these negative things about me, like, why do you still follow me? I am such a cringe. Like, why did I do that? That's so embarrassing. And she replied like, you asked for assumptions. And I was like, oh yeah. So she doesn't think them anymore, but that's just what she thought when she started following me or before she followed me. So that was kind of the reality check I needed, that I was being ridiculous. Anyway, it's not easy though. Like, I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. Who knows? I just want to say now that thank you for all the lovely messages, because I did get loads of really nice ones. Just the negative ones kind of stuck out because it does make you question everything about yourself. You're like, oh my god, am I clingy? Am I annoying? Yes, I'm both of those things, but it just makes you worry about them more. A few things that came up a lot was that I'm privileged, that I've lived a very sheltered life, that I went to private school, this kind of thing. So I thought I'd just address that now. When I first started getting these messages through, I felt really guilty. I was like, oh my god, I am privileged. But then I was like, there's so many different ways. Like, in terms of my parents are still together, I have 2 very loving, healthy parents. I've got an amazing family. I've had amazing opportunities growing up. All of these things I'm very, very privileged in. And I kind of had to flip my mindset because it was coming through a lot from people like privilege, privilege, privilege. I was like, oh my god, this is a bad thing, this is a terrible thing. It made me so much more grateful for it, and I was like, do you know what? I am very privileged in so many ways, and I'm very, very lucky in so many ways. But I feel like I'm using my privilege in a way to help others, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. Yes, I did go to private school, and again, I felt guilty for that. I was like, oh my god, when I was 4, I should have told my mum that I didn't want to go to private school. Like, my parents sacrificed a lot to send me to private school. They put in a lot of hard effort to make sure that me and my brother had a level of education that they wanted us to have. I'm not saying that private school is any better than public school, whatever, but it's all I've known, so it's all I can compare it to. I was very lucky to have the education I have, and I shouldn't feel guilty for that because my parents made that choice. At the age of 4, I wasn't like, mummy, I don't want to go to private school, don't send me there. Like, I didn't know the difference. So I think it's hard to kind of accuse someone as being a private school girl. Like, what is a stereotypical private school girl? I don't even know. I started to feel so guilty for it, and I was like, why do I feel guilty for it? I'm very, very lucky to be in the position that I was, and I can't apologise for that. So I'm not going to. Then someone said that I lived a sheltered life, and I was like, yeah, I guess I have. I have lived a sheltered life, and there's probably a lot that I haven't seen, but there is a lot that I have seen. I think I outrightly choose, is outrightly a word? I think I actively choose to look at the more positive things in life. That is by choice. Yeah, I could think about all the terrible things happening in the world, but instead I'd rather think about the good things and focus on them and try and make them spread. So yes, I think I have lived a sheltered life, but also I choose to filter out bullshit as well. Okay. I just wanted to address that first because they were the ones that made me cry. I even cried to Trev. I was just like, oh my god, everyone thinks I'm annoying and privileged. But no, I'm fine. Here we go. You're driven and hardworking. Thank you so much. Always inferior to your sibling. That's for my brother. Thanks for that, Stephen. You're the happiest you've ever been. I think that's true. I think I'm in a really good place. Like, I'm really happy. I got this a lot. You accept so many campaigns because you want money, or you post too many campaigns. This is something that I would like to address right here, right now. Social media is my job. It's something that I do full time. It is something that I'm very lucky to do full time, that a small percentage of people get to do, but it's something that I've worked my arse off for 3.5 years. I posted so much for free in the beginning. I never thought it was going to be a career. It's kind of just come from nowhere really, and it's a form of advertising, but it's also my passion and it's also my love, and I feel very connected to everyone that follows me. Not everyone, because I don't know that many people, but just people that I message a lot. I feel like I have a level of responsibility. So when a campaign comes in, I look at the brand, and if I think it aligns with my views, my values, my morals, whatever, then I will work with it. So many campaigns come in a week. That's not me bragging, whatever. It's brands wanting to get recognition and getting their voice out there, going to anyone and everyone to see if they're interested. I probably only take on board 30% of the campaigns that I get offered. Firstly, because it's something that I would use myself, so yeah, I'm happy to post about it. Secondly, it's something I tell my friends about, so I feel comfortable telling my followers about, and it's also something that I'd feel comfortable telling my 13-year-old self about. So I feel like I use my voice in the right way to advertise campaigns, and I think there's so much negativity at the moment around influencers posting ads, and I don't get it. It's only because you're actively seeing people earn money. If you're flicking through a magazine, you don't look at the model and think, oh my god, how much was she paid for this shoot? Say for example, your favourite actress is booking loads of films and she's in 3 films that are coming out next year. You don't think, oh my god, how much money has she got for that? You think, that's amazing, like congratulations to her because she's doing well in her craft, in her industry. And I feel like when you see a blogger or one of your favourite influencers or something working with a brand, celebrate that. If you've been following them for a long time and you can see that it's something they're obviously passionate about, like that is such a good thing. I think because the industry is so new, there's so much negativity around people earning money, and it frustrates me. Any brand that I post is something that I'm so passionate about and so happy to be working with. I'll never lie to my followers. I know that anyone can say that even if they are lying, but it's just something that sorry, I'm venting. I'm gonna stop now and move on to the next assumption. But yeah, thanks for listening to my TED talk. Okay. Thought loud and thought I'd be arrogant. I guess I can be quite loud in certain situations. I'm actually a bit of an introverted extrovert, which is probably such a lie right now because I'm talking really fast and stuff. But yeah, I get really anxious about like group situations. Like I don't like being the loud one, you know. You're really confident. I think I'm confident in certain situations. If I'm comfortable around the people I'm with, or if it's something that I know I'm good at or whatever, then I'll be confident. But if it's something out of my comfort zone, something that is new to me, I can be really like shaky and anxious and nervous. You eat meat when you're drunk? No, I don't. Sometimes dairy falls into my mouth when I'm drunk, but I haven't eaten meat, which I'm really proud of. You post too much? Then unfollow me. Your accent changes depending on who you're with. This is a fact. This isn't an assumption. I don't know what my accent is, to be honest. Maybe it's this. But it depends who I'm with. It's not that I'm putting on anything, it's just what I hear. I think the reason I flow in between an English and an American accent is because I watch so many American Netflix series and TV shows and stuff. But yeah, I don't actually know what my accent is. If I'm around someone posh, it's so bad. I'm literally like this. And I'm like, oh, how are you? Oh, yeah. It's not me putting it on to try and fit in. I just genuinely, I don't know what it is. It's like an imitation thing. Or if I'm with someone that's like this, I just start talking like that. Like it's, I don't even know why. I wish I didn't. I really wish I didn't. You can't take hate easily. Can anyone? Imagine, right? So I've obviously actively chosen to put myself online. That is a choice that I've decided to make. I know it's like you get hate with love or whatever. What is the need for someone to write nasty things? Just for me, I don't get it, because I never personally would look at someone's photo that I didn't like and comment and tell them about it. I think I've just got that filter to not do that. And it's really hard for me, like for someone that's come from a lot of insecurities that sometimes can still have those thoughts, for someone to pick up on that and actively type it and post it underneath a picture or send it to me as a private message. You read it and you're like, shit, if they're thinking that about me and I think that about me, that means it's true. Of course I can't take hate easily. I know I've got to have a thicker skin because I open myself up to it, but it's not a nice feeling. It's hard because you can get loads of lovely messages and compliments and whatever, but that one message will stand out and it will make your day feel like shit. That's my honest opinion. Yeah, I can't take hate easily and I accept that. I'm working on it. You weren't a popular child, that's why you're such a caring friend now. I think growing up I was never in like a group. I always had like one friend from loads of different groups, so I always like flitted between groups. I was called a people pleaser and stuff. At the time I thought that was a really bad thing, but now I'm like, what's wrong with wanting to make people happy? I don't really see that as a bad thing. But I wouldn't say I was like popular, but I definitely had friends. Like I wasn't like on my own. You still have eating disorder thoughts. I don't have eating disorder thoughts in terms of I want to make myself sick or starve myself or things like that. But I think from my eating disorder, there's a voice in my head that I've managed to dim down and like tone down loads, that sometimes comes back if I'm stressed or if I'm hormonal or something like that, and it kind of tries to speak up. But now I know I have the strength to like shut it down and stuff. I know I'm stronger than that voice, if you know what I mean. So I think you're right in terms I may have those thoughts, but I don't act on those thoughts, which is a difference, which I'm quite proud of. You got over your ex too fast. Disagree. It may be fast for some people, but I had a massive journey in the 8 or 9 months that I was single for. 8 or 9 months in the main scheme of life is like no time at all, but in terms of like self-discovery and exploring different people, different places, exploring different people, that sounds so bad. Not what I meant. Oh, my mum's gonna watch this. That is not what I meant. I just mean like speaking to other people, knowing what I want from a partner, that kind of thing. I didn't rush into a relationship. I just happened to meet someone that was everything I wanted in a partner and in a boyfriend, and so I wasn't going to turn that down, you know. That doing this is going to upset you. Correct, it did upset me and I did have a little cry. You are lucky. I am lucky, and I'm very aware that I'm lucky. I feel like I've had an element of luck, but it's not been luck. It's been like luck, a little bit of work, luck, you know. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. You're obsessed with your boyfriend. Correct, I don't see that as a problem. You have a perfect life. This is a hard one because I do try and share like struggles and stuff on social media. I never want to create this illusion of a perfect life. I'm very grateful for my life. I think again I am very lucky for my life. I do look for the positives and I am a genuinely positive person, but I wouldn't say I have a perfect life. There's still things I struggle with. There's probably things that other people would want differently or whatever. Like I don't think I have a perfect life. I don't think anyone does, but I celebrate everything good in my life and try not to focus on the negative. So I think that's why it may come across as a perfect life. You're really clumsy. Fact, I am so clumsy. Do you know how I broke my arm? I tripped over my foot and I've got metal in my elbow. Also, fun fact, this is gross. You may want to switch over a little bit, but I can bend my arm backwards. Dun, 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 dun. Can you see that? So that's a normal arm. That's my arm. Figured out I could do that after I broke my arm, after tripping over my foot. I'm very clumsy. When you fall in love, you fall hard. Fact. I fall hard, I fall fast. I'm such a wear my heart on my sleeve kind of person. I love love, like I absolutely love love. So I give out so much and I sometimes expect it back, and I do get hurt quite a lot because, well, hopefully not anymore, but I do get hurt a bit because I just love to love. When I was single and stuff, if someone showed me attention, I was like, oh my god, we're getting married. No, we weren't getting married. You're small. I'm 5'5½". The half matters. I think I give off small vibes because I get this a lot. People are like, oh my god, you're taller in person. I don't think I'm that small. I'm like average height. I'm above average height, maybe. Great student in high school and teacher's pet. Oh my god, this is so true. I was such a geek. It's cool to be clever. I'm going to tell you the biggest lesson I ever learned. I went to a vocational school from 14 to 16 and my acting teacher pulled me to one side once because I used to dumb myself down. So I used to love academics, but everyone at my school kind of was only focused on the dancing, the singing and the acting. But I loved academics. I used to go to extra maths. I wanted to get A's in all of my subjects and no one else really did. So I used to dumb myself down a lot and play the fool and like crack a joke and stuff. And I used to do it a lot in acting. And my acting teacher was called Miss Evaristo and she was amazing. She was terrifying but amazing. And she pulled me out of the lesson once and she was like, Stephanie, she was like, I need to tell you something. And I was like, what? She was like, you're a smart girl. And I was like, am I? And she was like, I need to tell you that it's cool to be clever. So if anyone's watching this and you feel like a geek at school and no one else wants to work hard, it is cool to be clever. That's all I'm gonna say. You have a lot of money to travel. I need to address this. So a lot of the travel that I do can be through blogging collaborations, but I have a little bit of extra money from like blogging and stuff because I still live at home. I'm not really in a rush to move out. I'm like 22, still loving my parents' house, that kind of thing. Yes, some of the money that I do earn goes into travel, but that's because that's what I'm passionate about. Like I don't spend my money on other things really. And also I need to say that a lot of the travel that I get is through brand deals or through blogger rates and things like that in return for exposure. So please don't think I'm like this millionaire that can travel the world and pay for it all, because I can't. You're clingy in relationships. I don't think I am, you know. I act up as clingy on my socials because I think it's funny, like because my boyfriend doesn't love being filmed, so I come across quite clingy there maybe. But in terms of week to week when I'm seeing him and stuff, I'm not like, I need to see you right now, I'm really needy. Obviously I miss him and stuff, but I've got my own shit going on, you know. So yeah, I think I can be clingy, but I don't think I'm clingy all the time. Insecure at times. Oh, this is true, this is true. I think, do you know what it is? I've always been a perfectionist. I've always wanted the best for myself. So I think I can be quite picky and maybe pick at myself sometimes. It does heighten my insecurities. But like I said about the eating disorder voice, like I've managed to... Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Where did they even come from? Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. Oh, Jesus. I can't even remember what I was saying. What did I say? What was I saying? Oh yes, I can be insecure, but like I said with the eating disorder voice, I've managed to kind of not let that rule me anymore. You need a man to be happy. Not true. Before I was with my last boyfriend, I was single for freaking ages. No, I don't think I need to be with a man. Like I said, I just love love. Like I love giving out love. If I didn't have a boyfriend in my life, I'd be giving it to a friend or whatever. Like maybe it's I need someone in my life to give love to. I don't think it's I need them to be happy, but I know that giving love to someone makes me happy. So maybe I think I just need someone in my life to give love to be happy. Deep. That's deep. You have it together all the time. No, I do not, honey. No, I do not. I have an amazing team of friends and family and work colleagues around me. Work colleagues? Oh my god, that's so funny. No, I don't know what to call them. Like a management team. My mum helps me with my job and stuff. Work colleagues. So I definitely don't have my shit together all the time. I cry a lot, I stress a lot, I get really anxious, I get really stressed, I get really unorganised, disorganised, unorganised. There is times when I feel like everything is the end of the world, but luckily I have people that can help me like map it out and plan it out all in front of me and realise that in the bigger picture, in the bigger scheme of things, it's not that deep. I wouldn't say that I have it together all the time, but I have people around me that help me bring it together most of the time. Luke cheated on you. Not to my knowledge. I don't think he did. I hope he didn't. That's not the reason we broke up. So yeah, no, I don't think he did. But we'll never know. You had a boob job. They're looking so perky and fuller. I definitely didn't. I definitely didn't. Do you know what it is? They go like swollen and hard just before my period, and then that's usually when I'm probably posing like, look at my boobs. They're period boobs, they're not real boobs. Well, no, they're still boobs. They're just not like boob job boobs. I used to really want a boob job. Fun story about this actually. Whilst I was struggling with my eating disorder, when I'd lost loads of weight, I lost all my boobs to the point where I'd literally do this and there'd be no lump. Like there was no boob. I was also like 17, 18, so I don't even think I'd properly hit puberty yet. I was a very late bloomer, but I begged my parents for a boob job. I was like, Mum, please, I know I feel much more confident if I had a boob job, blah 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 blah. I was asking for it for my 18th birthday. My dad took me to one side and he was like, look, if you still want a boob job by the time you're 21, we will research into surgeons and we will help you through the process then. He was like, but we are not gonna get you a boob job whilst you're still training at vocational colleges, auditioning and that kind of thing. It would just be too stressful for you. And I was like, okay, fair deal. 3.5 years passed and I'd had therapy for my eating disorder, loads of change in my life, and I was really happy in myself, in my body, everything. And I was like, do you know what? I don't want a boob job anymore. Like I'm happy with my little boobs, my little A, B cup. More of an A than a B. I was happy, like it wasn't a massive insecurity of mine anymore. I'm not slating boob jobs, I'm not slating plastic surgery at all, but for me I just didn't need it, and I think I'm happy with my little boobies now. You don't swear much. Are you joking? I swear a lot. I think maybe you don't think I swear because usually if on my story I swear, my mum will reply to the story and be like, take this down. She doesn't like me swearing much. Yeah, so maybe if you think I don't swear, it's because my mum like monitors my language online. I'm gonna end on this one. Your mum is your best friend. She really is. My mum and I are so close. We argue like cat and dog. We bicker, we wind each other up, but I could trust her with my whole life. I've told her absolutely everything. Things that you can't even imagine telling your mum, I've probably told mine. But she's just such a good listener, heart of gold. And I just love her. She's great. So yeah, that's my assumptions video. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I put the poll up like last week and I genuinely thought it was going to be the end of the world and I was going to like cry reading through them. But luckily, that wasn't so bad. I hope you enjoyed this video. I like doing little challenges like this. Maybe I didn't at first, but it's actually been quite fun. So if you enjoyed it and you want to see something else, another challenge, please comment below and let me know what you'd like to see. Thank you so much for watching and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. Lots of love.